I'm Jenny Liu Jones.
And I'm Tim Faircloth. G'day and welcome aboard the very first episode of Cruise Lounge.
How great is it to be here?
Well, it's great to be finally underway, that's for sure. And I feel very much at home in this cruisy environment.
Yeah, definitely. It's very Love Boat, not Love Island.
Not Love Island.
But it's very tropical.
There you go. Now, we really do have a great show lined up today, but first, as it's episode 1, we thought we'd just run through and give you a little insight into what the show's all about.
Of course. This show is definitely going to focus on the sunny side of cruising. So just like when you're on a holiday, we're all about being chilled out and relaxed. And we'll do our best to recreate the fun, lively, and social vibe that we all love so much on board.
I'm relaxed already. Hey, look, there's just so much focus right now on what we can't do. This little show is something we can do to hopefully give you a little weekly cruising fix that inspires or perhaps even triggers a great cruising memory. You know, if you're smiling at the end of this and felt like you've had a little sail away with us, well, that's a win, right?
Absolutely. So please get behind our show, subscribe, share an episode, leave us a comment, and we can keep this cruising conversation going.
Sure.
Now, as you may have noticed through our little portside window here, we are currently docked here in beautiful Sydney Harbour.
We certainly are, and as you can probably gauge by my g'day of a welcome and our accents, we are indeed Australian.
Bloody oath we are. But this show should be relevant to any cruise lover, no matter where you are in the world, because we'll be setting sail all over the cruising world throughout the series.
For sure. Now, I just want to mention we do have a very special guest director here today. We have Andy, Jenny's fiance. So if the camera skews a little bit this way, or Jenny's audio goes up and mine's kind of down here, you know why.
I got you, babe.
Thanks, babe. Well, Tim, maybe you should get someone in your corner next time.
Maybe. In fact, I'll confirm right now my wife will be directing the next 11 episodes. Anyway, we really should cast off the lines and get the show underway. So my very last cruise back in March was actually a 10-day shooting assignment on board.
Whoa, shooting? Like people?
No, I must stop saying that. Capturing images for Carnival Cruise Line on board Carnival Splendor on a lovely 10-night cruise from here in Sydney out to the beautiful South Pacific Islands.
Sounds amazing.
It was incredible and a lot of fun. And look, this show is all about fun. So what better way to kick off our first episode with a show all about Carnival today?
Sounds fun. Now in today's episode, I'm going to be making a cocktail at our very own cruise lounge cocktail bar.
Not drinking?
A little bit.
All right. Look, I'll be drinking. Make sure you save one for me.
Can't make any promises. Oh, there's the horn.
That's it. Look, sounds like we're about to cast off here, so we should get the show underway. We've got some very special guests coming in shortly, and we'd better get out of the lounge and let them come on in.
Absolutely, let's do it.
All right, we'll see you soon. I did mention that Carnival is all about fun.
Yes, we are.
And today's guest is certainly right up there in enthusiasm for life and her energy levels. Please welcome the Vice President and Manager Australia for Carnival Cruise Line, Jennifer VANDEKREEKE.
Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, Tim. Thank you for the invite.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Now, we've actually changed the sign to pink today in honour of the pink lady. Lovely Carnival Splendor. Splendor.
It doesn't matter as long as you're having fun.
I know. How have you been?
I've been okay.
You've been busy.
I've been very busy, and I'm just looking forward to that day I can go back onto the Serenity deck and have a fabulous drink and enjoy sailing out through the heads.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, now when you think of Carnival, well, I certainly, when I think of Carnival, I think of your crew. Incredible crew. And given that I'm not alone in that, everyone loves the Carnival crew, we want to know how they're doing. You know, I've seen them all on social media, they're kind of diversifying in their lives, so, you know.
So I'm in touch with a lot of our crew, and what I will say is they're absolutely making the best of the time that they're spending at home. So I've seen people who are, Erica's riding horses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Erica Parsons is riding horses. Lee has become a photographer.
Oh, okay.
And he's out taking photos.
Right.
Yeah, he's doing really well. And Desi was on holiday the other day with her husband and her daughter having a lovely time. So
She lives here, Desi, doesn't she?
No, she's over in Bulgaria. What I will say, our crew humbles me every day, and they're really the reason that I get motivated to go to work. They are some of the most beautiful human beings. They're so truly dedicated to making sure that our guests have an amazing time on board, and it's our job to make sure that our crew are having a lovely time as well, because they truly, when they're on board, they're a family.
Yeah, and it's their home. So when you're bringing ships down here to Australia and you Aussiefy them,
Yes.
for want of a better word,
Thank you.
I know some of the considerations you have to make. I can name a couple, because coffee is one of them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a recent coffee convert. Hello to Mr. Wayne Fountain for making me a coffee convert. And there's nothing more than he loves than a cappuccino on the promenade deck, and I'm certainly in there. And I know Java Blue
Yeah, Java Blue.
have the best coffee I've had on board recently. In fact, it's right across all venues, the same coffee. And they're open nice and early, which is just wonderful. So that was one of the things that I'm sure you had to change over.
I cannot tell you how many times we had to get what we had to do to get the coffee right. I do remember at one point one of our senior leaders in Miami going, "What is up with Australians and coffee?" And I said, "Look, it's a religion. It is everything here. If you don't get coffee right, nobody's going to have a good day. So start with the coffee and then move on from there." So we changed the beans, we changed the machines, we changed the milk. We have people come on board and training our crew every single turnaround to make sure they really get that cup of coffee right.
Yeah, well, they've nailed it. And another thing, because it's one of the most contentious issues in the food world at the moment, is if pineapple is allowed on a pizza. And I can confirm that on Carnival Australia, at least, probably not the rest of the world, but Carnival Australia, pineapple is perfectly acceptable on the Hawaiian pizza.
You can't have a Hawaiian pizza without pineapple. Now,
No.
if you don't like pizza on pineapple, I respect that. But if you do, I mean, that's what we're about, right? We're about making sure that every single guest gets to have the experience that they want and the food that they want on board. And if it's pineapple on pizza, if it's beetroot on a burger, if it's your sausage in a plain piece of white bread,
Yeah,
you're going to get it.
yeah, absolutely. Any other considerations that you had to make that you can think of? And actually something that you completely underestimated, other than maybe the beer intake.
Well, what I will say is the conversations that I had with Miami were interesting. When we had to explain to Guy Fieri that we needed beetroot on a burger. And first of all, he calls it beet, not
Yeah,
beetroot.
yeah,
so
that's
he was a
right,
little
yeah,
confused to begin with, but he was like, "You want what? You want what on the burger?" I'm like, "We have to have a special burger just for Australia that has beetroot on it." And he was like, "All right, but we're going to do it my way," because he's Guy.
Yeah.
So he created a special beetroot relish that you can find on board. The secret is when you go to Guy's Burger Bar, you have to ask for the boomerang burger by name, because otherwise it's not up on the menu, and that's our little secret tweak for Australians.
Yeah, right.
And one of my other favorite conversations was about the Sushi Bar. I had called our head of dining, and I was like, he'd sent me through the menu for bonsai sushi, and I was like, "Oh my God, it looks absolutely amazing, but we don't have any chicken sushi." And he looked at me, I called him, I'm like, "We need chicken sushi." And he's like, "I'm not feeding our guests raw chicken." I was like, no. Like, it's got to be chicken schnitty, or it's got to be teriyaki chicken. But it can't be, like, we have to have chicken sushi. What do you think is the best-selling sushi on board?
Teriyaki chicken?
100%.
Yeah. That's my go-to sushi. So, no, right, that makes sense.
So what surprises? I think the biggest surprise for us was Australians do not hang out on the top decks. That whole slip, slap, slop message absolutely got through. So by probably day 3 of our first cruise, we realized we needed a lot more activities, because
Yeah, right.
the Australians are like, they're running around, they're turning up. What's it? 200 people would turn up for trivia. We also got rid of 500 lounge chairs. So I don't know if you walk around the top decks on our ships here, they look completely different from the United States. In the United States, you'll see 3 rows of lounge chairs, and they're all full, particularly at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a sunny sea day. Whereas you've walked the top decks at 3 o'clock on a sunny sea day here in Australia.
3 o'clock in the morning as well.
Yeah, nobody in the lounge chairs, or at least we don't want to know what they're doing if they're in lounge chairs.
No, that's photographing. Early sunrises.
Okay. Anyway, they're just very, very different engagement with our crew, very different engagement with our guests. And I will say our crew love coming down here, because they just find the Australians to be so warm
I've heard
and
that.
friendly and accessible. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
very, very different experience. for
Yeah, a
the
lot of
crew.
them actually request the contracts. Yeah, come down here.
They do.
Now, Jennifer, as Vice President of a cruise line, it must be a very different experience walking on board a Carnival ship to the rest of us. Is there something that you see that perhaps others may miss?
So it's funny, when I first started at Carnival, I used to be able to step on a ship and nobody knew who I was. So I could actually have a real guest experience. But one of the wonderful things about Carnival is how important our crew are to us, and now I know most of them. And
Do they all snap to attention when you
Oh God, no! It's more a matter. I get hugs, and smiles, and I love to hear what's happening with their families. I love to hear what's working and what's not, and so when I'm on board, I'm really spending all of my time talking to the crew and hearing how they're doing, and then my secret other thing to do is just sit down at Alchemy Bar and have a drink and chat with our guests and find out how they're doing. So I mean, it's not exactly a busman's holiday.
No. Well, that was actually one of my next questions, is your ideal day on board. So other than walking around with the crew and sitting down at Alchemy Bar, is it something that you really like to do?
So I love to run around the top decks.
Yep, I've seen you do that.
Yeah,
yes.
Just so you know, on Spirit and Splendor, it's deck 9, and on Spirit and Legend, it's deck 9, and on Splendor, it's deck 10. But you can run all the way around, and if you go around about 12 times, it's a 5K. And you get new views every single turn. So it's an absolutely beautiful thing to do.
It's the best thing to do. My favourite thing to do in the morning as well.
I love
and
Alchemy
you smell
Bar.
the bacon as you come past the buffet. One more lap.
Well, and what I will say is you run by the smoking section, and they time my laps for me.
Yeah,
they go, that's first one, that's second one, and then they get a little drunk.
Because actually, once you smell that bacon, you can't, I have all intentions of going for a birch and muesli or something, but once you smell the bacon, it just doesn't matter.
It's a beautiful thing.
Is there one cruising myth that you have heard that you'd like to debunk completely right now? The most common cruising myth you've heard.
Look, so newlywed, overfed, and nearly dead.
Yeah.
I am none of those things.
Yeah, neither am I. I hope not.
And we love cruising. So
we do love cruising.
Cruising truly is a great experience for everybody. And I think if there's anything I could say, it's everybody gets to have their own type of experience on board. So there's not one type of cruiser. So, my husband, well, he likes the bars. I'm not going to lie. Me, I like to go for a run, and I like to go to the gym, and I love the spa. My kids, it's really hard for me to get my son away from Guy's Burger Joint. So everybody has something different that they want to do.
Yeah.
So the idea that we're all exactly the same and that we're all doing the exact same thing all the time is definitely not true.
I 100% agree. That is the most common myth that I always debunk when people are new to cruise and they say, why? I'm not the stereotypical cruiser in their mind, but I am the stereotypical cruiser, Yeah.
Well, there is no stereotypical.
No, there is no stereotypical cruiser. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I want to run through a few images with you of my last assignment on board, just to give a little visual representation. I've got a few funny little moments in there. And then I'll finish off with a few quick top 10 questions.
All right.
Alrighty.
So can I just say for the audience, Tim's a great photographer, and we've been working with you for a long time, so it's an honor to have had you on board.
Thank you very much. So I'll just look at some images right now.
What do you got for us?
Now,
that says pure joy. That says
that's right.
So you know what that says to me? You can't spell fun-ul without saying fun.
Oh my God.
You can quote me on that.
Okay. But look, that's my daughter and her friend Holly, my daughter Charlie and her friend Holly. And look, that just encapsulates the image of sailing down Sydney Harbour. Yeah. And that's a genuine photograph. I didn't say pose for the shot. They just were having fun and I was just clicking away. So I just wanted to show that first to bring in, I don't know, the fun and vibrance back into it, because there's just been so much talk on, well, you know what the talk's been on.
Yep, but I love that she even has a red shirt to match the funnel.
Yes.
It's like she color coordinated for the
Well, that was me.
Ah, okay.
And
Mystery
now,
Island.
Yeah. So
It's beautiful.
This is an image, a drone shot of Carnival Splendor in Mystery Island.
Yep.
And there's a story behind that. Because it's not just a matter of sending your drone up and getting these shots, but this shot was taken from the not the lifeboat, but the rescue launch. Remember you were jealous I got on the...
I still can't believe you got on the rescue boat.
Yeah.
I haven't been on the rescue boat yet. How did you get on the rescue boat?
Well, actually, here's an image now of me on the rescue boat getting
jealous.
the shots.
So jealous.
Yeah, that's me and Adriano on the little rescue launch.
Oh, so jealous.
And anyway, what we have to do, you can't take a drone off, take your drone from the ship. There's too much interference, plus it's just not allowed.
It's just not safe. Safety first.
Yep, absolutely. So you have to put it on either a tender or launch from this, in this case, the little rescue launch. Now, when a drone fails, and it happens all the time, they return home. So when you're launching from a boat, that's a problem because boats move. So I said to Adriano, we need to make sure the boat stays exactly in this position because if something happens to the drone, it will come back here. And he's like, no worries, he's got the coordinates, he's lined up with the stern. So sure enough, I'm flying up above the ship and the radar interference, the drone cuts out completely. I had zero visibility and I knew I had about 3 minutes of flying time left because I could see the battery. Anyway, I said, it's going to come back here. He said, yeah, I've got, next minute we can hear the drone and it's landing probably about 50 metres that way. All of a sudden, he says, oh, the ship's moved because we were actually positioned the exact
he was
off
just
the
lined up
stair
with
and
the
the ship swinging
Yeah.
around. So I said, floor it. He floored it. We went screaming out towards where the drone is landing. I jumped off
No,
the
you
launch.
didn't.
Yes, I did. Grabbed it just as it hit the water.
Oh, I'm sorry nobody has a photo of that. That would have been a great
I know,
photo.
I know. And look, the main consideration was if the drone went, but I got the memory card.
There you go.
Because I was at the end of the ship, we got all the images and that was one of them there.
Did you know Mystery Island is our top-rated destination in this region?
I didn't know that, but you know, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, in terms of rating whether you're on board.
So yeah, so we have a survey that we send out to everybody after they sail with us.
Yep.
And Mystery Island consistently comes up as the #1 rated destination in Australasia.
It doesn't surprise me. It is so perfect. If you get a nice day, and you know why it's called Mystery Island?
I don't.
Really?
Actually, I do. But you can tell the story.
Your story might be different than my story. There's a couple of stories.
There's two stories.
There's two.
Yes.
I have heard two stories. One of them is that it's a mystery that you're going to get in there because it's often windy and sometimes the tenders can't run.
Okay.
And the other one, well, it's because it's supposedly haunted.
Actually, I've heard a different one.
Okay. There's
Which-
3 or 4.
So I heard that Queen Elizabeth sailed by and said, "What a mysterious island."
Wow, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
What was she sailing on? Britannia or?
No, one of her, she has her own little ship that she used to sail around
Yeah,
on.
Britannia.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
okay.
I wasn't
No,
mentioning that.
I'm not from the Commonwealth, remember, just still trying to catch up. I am a citizen, though.
Now, this image, the story's behind all these images, but as you can see here, we have my daughter Charlie being shot out of the Green Lightning water slide. And to her credit, she had to do this 18 times.
Oh, God.
She'll hate me showing you this, but I'm just a bit of a perfectionist. She came out, her arms weren't crossed right, her legs weren't crossed right. I said, you weren't smiling, your eyes were closed. So she's like, oh my God, she did 18 times. So I thought we'd just actually, I do have some footage of going down the slide for those who have you done the Green Lightning?
I was the 4th person down it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've done the Green Lightning.
I have.
Well, as many times as Charlie?
No. I figure, I think I did it 3 or 4 times because, well, I was there when we were testing it. So I was up in
right.
Singapore at the dry dock when we were rolling when we were rolling
okay,
it
you
out.
were one of the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's have a little run down the Green Thunder. Yeah, she'll hate me for showing that, by the way. Absolutely hate me.
Our job is to embarrass our teenage children. That is what
I
we
know,
do.
I know. Now, Jennifer, I've seen all over social media your new campaign called See Your Backyard, which does excite me because we have such a fabulous backyard to see. So
How
can you tell me about
lucky
that?
are we?
Yeah.
Seriously, how lucky are we? So we get to, sailing from Australia, we can go to the Great Barrier Reef, we can go to Airlie Beach, you can go see that fabulous, what's that fabulous White Sands Beach?
Whitehaven, yeah,
Beach,
yeah.
right. You can go to, you can go to Tasmania, which is like one of my favorite places to go, or Morton Island. So just the opportunity to have a sailing experience, to go on a cruise, but then see some of the most beautiful places on the planet that everybody dreams of, we're lucky people.
We're very lucky. Actually, Airlie Beach is this shot here behind me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was
Airlie Beach is stunning.
anchored off Airlie Beach. The water is superb. As you say, the shore excursion options there are just phenomenal. You've got Whitehaven, and even actually in Airlie Beach itself, there's if you've got young kids, that big splash. It's a huge like a splash park.
Oh, do they really?
Oh,
I
it
didn't
is
know that.
massive.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's quite new.
Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Great Barrier Reef. You know, like from Cairns.
Amazing. Well,
Yeah.
Cairns and Port Douglas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So you can do, on a lot of our cruises, we do Cairns one day and then Port Douglas the next.
I saw that. Yeah,
so you got
and I
to
even
double
saw
up on
did I see
Great
an
Barrier Reef.
overnight in Cairns somewhere.
Occasionally we have
Yeah,
overnights
yeah.
too, yeah.
Which is a fun town to be overnight.
It is. And you know what? Now that they've dredged the river, we can come right in.
Right in.
Yeah.
You're right there. You walk off, you are in Cairns. Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer. Now, I sounded very stern then.
All right, I'm ready.
I have a quick
I'm ready.
10 questions to finish off the segment.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So this should only take, well, 6 seconds per answer.
Oh, that's all I get?
Yeah.
All right, so I just give you an answer, not why.
Bang.
No.
Sea day, port day.
Sea day.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. No, I'll give you that one. Now your go-to karaoke song.
I will survive. Hey, hey.
I did actually know that, and I do have some audio. No, I don't. No, I don't.
That's not fair.
Isle of Pines or Mystery Island?
Isle of Pines.
Yeah.
Ha! I surprised you.
You did.
I love.
Because we just talked.
I love the Kunier. The Kunier are beautiful people.
They are beautiful people. Okay, I'll give you that one. Red Frog Rum Bar or Blue Iguana Tequila Bar?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Always tequila. Always tequila.
Music Manila or Guns N' Roses?
Oh, come on. Are you serious? Music Manila, always.
Well, actually, I have a shot right here of both. I think it's you dressed as Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I was watching Axl Rose, yeah.
Watching Music Manila.
Yeah.
There you are, right in the front row.
Oh, they're the best band ever.
They are the best band at sea. Favourite cruise port in Australia?
In Australia, oh, it's got to be Hobart.
Yeah.
I love Hobart.
I'll give you that one. Favourite cruise port internationally?
I don't know. There's so many. Don't make me choose.
Well, I think you mentioned them to me before. You loved Mexico.
Oh, I love
conversation
it.
we had.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Cozumel.
Cozumel?
Oh, Cozumel's amazing.
That's what
You
I
can
thought,
go to.
right?
You can see the ruins in Tulum, which are just fabulous. And I love the Mexicans. They're super warm and friendly. And you've got tacos and tequila.
Perfect. Rock or glow?
I glow.
Do you? I thought you rocked. You're surprising me.
Yeah, no, I glow.
This one's contentious.
Okay.
Spirit or Splendor?
Spirit Endor? I think it's hard because Spirit was my first baby.
Yeah.
It's like you have multiple kids. You can't say which one's your favorite.
Spiritor, we'll call it.
Yes.
Getaway or cruise lounge?
Whatever you're doing.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in, Jennifer.
Thanks, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun. And we have Jenny, the other Jenny,
The other Jenny.
up at the bar with Anton making some cocktails, which sounds
All
like
right.
a lot of fun.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
All right.
We are here in the Cruise Lounge Cocktail Bar. I'm here with Anton, Director of Sales for Carnival. What are we making today?
We are going to have lots of fun. We're going to make a killer cocktail. This thing is going to be awesome, but we'll get to that in a sec.
Amazing. This feels like a bit of a chemistry set. You've got a lot of things happening.
Yeah, hopefully nothing blows up, but I think we'll be good.
Ooh, we'll see. It's 2020.
Anything's possible.
Now, as a cruising noob, one of the first things I do when I get on board is I look at the restaurants and the bars. Because come on, you get on board, you want to sip on a cocktail. What are some of the favorites?
Yeah, very smart. Scan those menus, get your favorites in. Depending how long that cruise is, you'll find the favorite eventually. So for me, it's
Look
very
through the
much...
menu, already decide what you're going to have.
Exactly. Some
Just
people
me?
would look beforehand. No, you go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, you get
Absolutely.
there, look at it again.
Yep.
Take 10 minutes to decide.
Yep, order the same thing every time.
Yeah. Thankfully, I know my first go-to drink I get on board. It is our very own, bespoke, unique to Carnival craft beer
Amazing.
called Thirsty Frog Summer Ale, made by the Lord Nelson.
Oh, the
Brewery.
brewery in Sydney?
Correct, one of the oldest in Sydney. We worked very closely with them, which meant a lot of beer tasting. It's tough. You have to do
hard
this.
job,
It's a hard
hard
job. But we persevered. We got there, and we delivered a very sessionable, very drinkable, beautiful beer. And that's definitely my first go-to on board.
Oh, that's perfect because I feel like a lot of people when they drink beer, they're like, oh, I don't want to feel, you're on board.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel bloated afterwards. Maybe it's just me, but
It's probably
yeah.
just you.
Okay. So if you're not really a beer person and if you're more of a cocktail person, is there something there for you?
Yeah, definitely. There are over 16 bars and lounges on board where you can find
Sounds
a
like my cup
drink
of tea.
that suits you. And one of my favorites and one of our passengers' favorites is Alchemy Bar.
Oh, here we go. We've got a chemistry set, Alchemy.
Correct. Now, Alchemy Bar makes all sorts of handcrafted, beautiful cocktails, including 40 is the new 20, cucumber sunrise, revved up mojito, and a deal closer.
Wow.
And besides all of that, the beauty of this bar is you get to walk up and say, this is what I'm in the mood for today. There's almost little prescription pads there that you can write, here's the drink I like, here's what ails me, here's why I need to feel better today. And
Okay.
then the mixologist will make something to hopefully remedy your ails.
So kind of like a DIY, choose your own adventure cocktail kind of situation.
Pretty much, and every ending's gonna be good, right?
Yeah, well, In my experience, definitely. So what are we doing today?
All right,
Am
so
I
today
choosing my own adventure?
you're choosing your own adventure. You're in charge of your destiny. We're
Okay.
going to decide. We're going to give you some choices. We're going to mix it up. We're not going to use a cocktail shaker or anything like that. We're going to go old school. We're just going to pour it into the glass, see what happens, and take it from there.
All right.
So there's a couple of questions for you. So think carefully,
Okay.
and then let's
All right,
make
here
sure
we
we
go.
get this
Ready.
right.
Ready.
All right. So first things first, we need a good base. Right. So two of the best bases around: vodka or gin.
Gin. If you
Vodka
know, you
or
know.
gin.
Gin. For the gin lovers, come
the
on,
gin
you're
lovers out
there.
there,
Comment
we'll-
below if you're a gin lover.
We'll give you your gin. So now, very important. Would you like single, double, or 2020?
What's 2020?
Oh, well, it's pretty much a mess, isn't it? So,
So we're drinking the apocalypse.
hey, you know what?
Whoa!
2020, the new
Oh
pour.
my god.
All right, now.
All right.
We better add some ice cubes in there. So,
Okay.
what's your favorite color?
Red,
Another favorite color?
pink,
God, this is going to be difficult. Think of something bluey, greeny, orange.
blue.
Perfect. How about you, Tom? I'm gonna,
Oh, here we go.
there
Blue.
you go.
Here we go.
Drop in as many as you want.
Oh, there's
By all
got
means,
gin
it's
everywhere.
not
Yep.
like, yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's not
All
enough
right, here
gin
we
in there
go.
to begin with, and now you're wasting it. All right, so colors. Which one of those? You have pink, you have less pink, more red, and you have nothing pink at all.
Let's go with this kind of like dirty watercolor. I mean, it's
Dirty
2020.
water. Dirty water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a
vibing it.
beautiful description for something we've put together here. All right, so in goes the dirty water.
Do you know what? Can we stop you there?
Sure.
And let's do pink as well, since it's choose your own
the
adventure. Am I
Customer's
being
always
annoying?
right. So, no, I think we should add whatever you want. I think we can do it all. I would taste that. Or maybe
Whoa.
actually I wouldn't. There's a little bit of gin in there. If you're playing
Just a
along at
little bit.
home, probably a little less gin. But
Well, I mean, depends on what mood you're in, right?
there you
Oh, that
go.
looks pretty. Look at the
those
pink with the
colours. I
blue.
mean, you can't
Goes with the
teach that
strawberry.
texturing. All right, now you can either top it with some tonic or with some vodka or some gin.
Let's top it with some tonic because we want to be standing after this.
Some people take a challenge and others just live with the tonic. But tonic's good. It's a great little, look at that. Oh, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
And to finish it off, a strawberry.
All right, so are you going to
Alright.
taste test this for me?
Probably wasn't the smartest thing to put the strawberry in my mouth while I'm trying to do this, but no, there you go. All
Alright.
yours. I probably wouldn't drink that.
All right. Here we go. So, that was delicious.
Mad skills.
All right, it's burning. It's on the way down. I actually can't speak
Probably
right
needs
now.
more vodka or gin. I think the tonic tends to
Is my
sometimes
face
do
going
that.
red because I feel hot?
Yeah, I think when you mix this one and the tonic is what
I'm
really
crying.
does it. You're okay. It's emotional. Making
All right.
cocktails, it should come from the heart.
So, on board at Alchemy, I'm sure that choose your own adventure kind of ends up with something a lot more drinkable.
Yeah, this is probably a little bit of a rough and ready adventure. I think, obviously, I'm no mixologist, which is why we leave it to the professionals at Alchemy Bar. I promise you, you go there and they'll make it up to you. In fact, next time we can get on board, we owe you a drink, a proper drink at Alchemy Bar.
Do you know what? This is actually growing on me. So, yeah, we'll catch you next time. Well, how much fun was that?
That was a lot of fun. I'm really jealous, actually.
Do you know what? This cocktail has oddly grown on me. So, we'll leave the recipe in the description if you'd like to try it at home.
I'm not trying it. I'll try it on board, but I'm not trying that.
Look, we do recommend that you use about 1/10 of the gin that went into there, if you're above legal drinking age, of course.
Of course.
Now, am I right in saying that there's something so special about sipping on a cocktail when you're sitting on a sun deck, the wind's in your hair as you're sailing away into that sunset?
You are right. The wind's in my hair.
Absolutely. Just turn the fan up a little bit louder.
What fan?
Now, we have a new episode dropping every Friday, so make sure you subscribe and ring that bell, and we'll see you next week.
We will. Make sure you stick around until after the outro, as we always have a bit of behind the scenes stuff to show how much fun we do have here on the Cruise Lounge.
Bloopers while we day drink, basically. See you next week.
See you later.
Nailed it.
All right.
High five. Oh, he left me hanging.
Sorry. Focused. Last one.
Orange hands from Fake Tan. This lounge cocktail bar over there. that away.
We might do that one.
Do that one again. Behind
yeah.
our.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
What's going? It was going well until then.
Is my hand a bit weird here? Is it a bit gropey? Like, yeah?
It feels a bit weird.
Sorry, I was kind of.
And there.
All right. And
Absolutely brilliant.
Actually, not bad.
Not bad. Did you see how much gin went in that thing?
Do you know it's not bad?
I was like, I'm gonna go home and go like, we didn't drink that much gin.
That's actually pretty good.
Or VP and GM.
Vice President and General Manager of Carnival Australia. Yeah.
Vice President, General Manager, Australia for Carnival Cruise Line.
Oh my God.
Or Carnival's Vice President for Australia and leave it at that.
No.
So just keep,
I was so happy with that second
these
take,
are just
Jim.
play runs.
I was happy with the first take, Tim. We can't all have what we want, can we?
Pretend that this is
Splendor in the grass.
I've always said Splendor. There you go. Splendor. Sounds so Aussie when I say that.
Hey,
How do you
big
say it, Jim?
Splendor. Hey, big Splendor. Splend a little carnival on me. Subscribe, share an episode, leave us a comment, and we can keep this cruising conversation going.
Sure.
Yay!
Number 2.
Oh my God, my leg's gone to sleep.
Not yet.